Hi everyone, and welcome to my fourth vlog. So here I am in the washroom again. It's dark outside everywhere, so yeah, I'm here. It's not even that bright here, so the video quality won't be that good, but oh well, whatever. So yeah, right now I'm in Lisbon, Portugal. I got here yesterday, but it was pretty late, so I didn't have any time to record. I spent the last 4 days, 3 nights in Sevilla. I was originally gonna only spend 2 nights there, but it ended up being so cool that I had to extend my stay. So yeah, Sevilla, really awesome place. Just all around really beautiful city, and the hostel was amazing. It was called Hostel One Cathedral or Catedral. I have to give a shout out to the hostel staff. They were all really helpful and friendly. They always tried their best to make you feel at home, and it was really like a second home to me. Like for real, I didn't want to leave, and like one day later, I still miss the people there. That's how it was awesome. Unfortunately, the day that I was supposed to leave, I woke up and I had a leg cramp. It was so painful that I basically woke up and couldn't walk, so I went back to sleep. The rest of the day, I was okay. I could walk a bit, but I just rested at the hostel for the most part. So yeah, I was actually lucky that I didn't have to leave that day, or else it would have sucked. But yeah, so here I am in Lisbon. I was in the bus the whole day yesterday. Yeah, so my first impressions about Lisbon or Portugal is that I don't know, it's kind of a weird place compared to the rest of Europe. So I got off at the bus station, right? I took the metro to the hostel. The metro is actually pretty nice. It's really simple. The metro map, it's really simple. It only has 4 lines, I think. So it was pretty easy to follow. It was, I think, pretty much the best that I've had in Europe. Even though it was all in Portuguese, it was easy to understand. The only thing that I found weird was that sometimes the wagons, they don't go the whole length of the station, so it only took up like half the station, or not even half, so you had to walk a lot just to get in. So that was kind of weird, but it's alright. Also, the people here in Portugal, I don't know if this makes sense, but they look more European than the Spanish people. Like, I don't want to offend anyone, but like, I guess there's most people, their skin is lighter. More people have like blonde hair or lighter hair, and like in Spain, I don't know why they all had like dark hair, like curly hair, darker skin. All the guys had like big beards. It didn't really look European. Again, no offense to anyone. So yeah, that's interesting to see. In Portugal, there's also like a lot more black people, or like mixed people. So that's interesting to see. It's part of their history, so that's cool. Also, written Portuguese, like the language, is actually fairly easy to read, like to understand. It's kind of similar to French, more so than Spanish. I don't know if that's normal. So yeah, I don't have that hard of a time reading it. But spoken Portuguese, I don't know, that's just like, sounds like a whole new language. I don't understand anything. Maybe just because I haven't heard it much in my life. But yeah, so Lisbon. So my hostel is at the part of the city called downtown, but actually there's like nothing going on here. It's not really like a downtown. So last night, this place is actually really calm. Yeah, I asked the reception at the hostel for recommendations to where to go to eat. and he told me to go to another part of the city, and I walked there, and that part of the city was much more crowded. Like there had like many bars and stuff. So yeah, I think Lisbon in general is really messy and chaotic. It almost has like a ghetto feel to it, like in the streets. Everything is just really dirty. There's like trash everywhere. The streets are really like narrow, and there's cars like just going randomly, and pedestrians walking everywhere, and just people screaming everywhere. Even in the restaurant, there was like screams all over the place. And like I walked in the street in the span of like 10 minutes at night. There were like 3 people offering me drugs, like crack cocaine, I don't know what. So yeah, it's pretty sketchy. But the downtown area is pretty calm and not much is going on, so that's good. Good place to stay. So yeah, the architecture here is quite, I have to say, simplistic. Like practically everything here every building is like beige color. So although it's really old, at night with the lights, it almost gives it like a modern feel to it. Although the buildings are obviously not modern. So that's interesting. But in the daytime, you can see that like all the buildings are either like damaged or like the walls are like crumbling, and yeah, that's really ghetto. Like there's graffiti literally everywhere. I walked up the hill in Lisbon today to get to our viewpoint, and legit like all the houses there are like have a really ghetto feel to it. There's like people selling stuff in the middle of the street. Like it's just really messy in general. Yeah, graffiti everywhere. People hanging their laundry like in the middle of the street. It just, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, there's a lot of pedestrian only streets in the downtown area at least, which is nice. Also the sidewalks here are really cool. They're not like the normal sidewalks, which is just like asphalt. It's actually like tiles of like rocks or something, and they have like colors, so that's pretty nice. Also, so the food in Lisbon. Last night I didn't know about this, but so the food here is like average price, not too expensive. It's more towards the cheap side, but they give you like bread and stuff at the beginning, right? Like that's everywhere they do that. But in Portugal, they also give you like olives and like pate to put on the bread. And I didn't know, so I ate that. And they actually charge you money for it. And they charged me a lot. Like it added up to like 550 euros, which is like half the cost of the meal, which is ridiculous. And they didn't tell me about it. So yeah, that was kind of, I didn't expect that, but I guess it's okay. It would just be nice if people would actually tell me that like if you eat it, you have to pay extra. But yeah, so I learned something. Anyways, Lisbon, it's a pretty unique place. I mean, it just looks really like old school. All the streets are really narrow, and there's like trams everywhere. So it must be hard if you're like a driver. And there's pedestrians walking all over the place. So yeah, just really chaotic city in general. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be going to Sintra, so I'll let you know how that goes, and see you later.